Got it. Hold on.
Good afternoon, Shelly. How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks.
Yeah, good. Thank you for doing the short interview. Everybody, Shelly is a client of mine. I'm going to let her do some talking so she can explain why she reached out to me and then talk a little bit about her journey and the progress she's made. So I'm going to just turn it over to you, Shelly. So go ahead.
Right. Well, I came to surrender because I've been living a very angry, bitter life. I found myself through a family member who found great relief through surrender's process. And I wanted to feel like her, so I reached out. And oddly enough, in our first phone call consultation, he told me he could fix me. And I kind of went, sure, good luck, because I felt like I was a hard nut to crack. And by our first session, I found a lot of relief, and I knew this was going to be for me because I was extremely open minded. And you were peeling me like an onion by our first session, and it just kept getting better and better. And I released a lot of emotion, and I really enjoyed the fact that you really were interested in my life. And the majority of my life, I've been rolling around here like a hamster in a ball. I was never getting any relief. And I felt like I was in a prisoner of my own mind.
Mm.
And you helped me to discover you were pulling stuff out of me I didn't even know was there. Like I had so much mental turmoil, I didn't know which way to go anymore. And so
That's an
here we
interesting.
are.
That's an interesting way of putting it. That I pulled things out of you that you didn't know were there because one of the first things I told you, you may remember, is that all change occurs in the unconscious mind. And so, in other words, you don't know that you're doing these things because you don't know that you have these unconscious filters. You don't know you have this programming. You don't know you have these patterns. You just know the results you keep getting. You don't quite know why. And so, those were all things that were inside you. Just needed to gain some rapport with between your conscious and unconscious mind.
You
So
were
that's
bringing
that.
it out.
That's right. That's that process of
Yep.
taking something that's in your unconscious mind, bringing it out. And you remember this, if this is your conscious desire and you want to live a certain life or you want to get a certain goal, but your unconscious mind has a different idea, this thing that's in your unconscious mind needs to be plucked so we can examine it so it loses power down here.
That's
Once
right.
that happens, you become congruent and your conscious and unconscious mind align. Does that sound like what you're experiencing now? Like every part of you wants the same thing. I mean, positive results are relatively easy to get once you're aligned. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. Well, look at me.
I know.
Remember our first sessions and
I
how
know.
sour I looked?
I know.
I know, honestly, after our last session, I know I got one more. This is cool, but I raised my hand in the air like Rocky Balboa. I went, yes, finally some relief. I did that. And
Yeah.
I've been walking around here like a feather on a cloud. I don't think I've smiled or laughed. I started joining family events. This is awesome. I can't believe people don't do this more. Like you said, they should teach this in school. They need to. We need this. It's such a clarity. It's been so awesome. And I have your book.
Oh,
I've been
yes.
reading it every day. And I love the access to your videos because every single time I watch them over and over, I gain so much more about who I am, what I'm letting go of, and what it's just I really enjoy your videos. They just awaken so much more than what I ever knew what was buried so far deep down inside.
Yeah, that's really feedback that I've been getting from a lot of people actually about the videos. And you'll be happy to know that I am going to record some more. And for anybody
Yeah.
who's been a client, I'm going to give you access to everything new that I record. So,
Yay.
um, okay. So, did we miss anything? I mean, I don't think so. Is there anything else you want to say, I guess, before we sign off? I usually ask people if there's something that they would, some words of, um, you know, advice they could give to somebody who may be struggling. Because you've also done
To
lots of other counseling. I'm right about that, right? You've done other
you
counseling.
pick a modality. I did it. I was pretty much ready for shock treatment.
Okay. Yeah,
It
yes.
was,
Yeah, I
it was a
remember that now.
mess.
So what do you say to those people that are, because sometimes people are on the verge of giving up. And I get clients like that have tried everything else and they're on the verge of just saying, look, this is just my life and there must be some inherent flaw in me and I cannot be fixed. And then they try that last thing and they go, wow, why didn't I do this first?
Yeah.
You know, what would you say
So
to
I
those?
guess I would say I'm worthy of a happy life. I have total control over my mind. And if I can do it, so can you. That's what I would say to people.
You are a person that believes things about herself that are very different than what you believed about yourself when I met you.
That was a gong show.
Yeah. And it does
I
really come
almost
down.
felt bad for you.
Remember when we first met, and one of the first things I told you was that whatever, you're never going to create a life that's better than what you feel you deserve. And that's really a way of describing how your belief system is going to control your outcome. And people have all kinds of ways of explaining that the law of attraction and manifestation. And there's definitely something to aligning yourself with the quantum field. I definitely believe that, but we're not really even talking about that until you can understand that your belief system is what's controlling your decisions.
Yeah.
So I believe, my humble opinion is that you have to get that under control first, and then moving on to trying to align the universe to provide you what you need to have success. That's step two. And there is some merit to that type of thing. And I do that type of work with people as well. But I don't put the cart before the horse. We have to build that solid foundation first, and then we can build the high rise building on it. And the belief structure is the foundation. So that's
Yeah.
beautifully put.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Listen, thank you very much for doing this
Thank
interview.
you.
And I look forward to meeting you because you said that you might end up coming down
Oh,
next year or something.
you will be seeing me.
Yeah.
And then you're going to sign my book.
Yes, 100%. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
Yay.
Thank you very much, Shelley. And we do have
Thank
another
you.
session, right? So I'll end up seeing you soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yay. I'm excited for it.
All right. Me too. Thank you, Shelley. Bye.
You betcha. Thanks.
Okay. So that's it. We're just going to cut it off there. That's an awesome interview. That's great. I love it. Love to see you happy. Okay. Thank you very much, Shelley. I'm signing off.
Thank you again.
Bye.
See ya.